Hi guys, today we're looking at rational exponents, and then let's quickly look at our first example here. So this is our example 1, and it looks like 2x to the power 1 over 2 multiplied by 4x to the power minus half. So this is the same as, so let's look at our coefficient, of which is 2 and 8. So we need to multiply our coefficient first, and then 2 and 4, sorry. So this gives us 8x to the power half multiplied by x to the power minus half. Okay, and then this is the same as 8 x to the power half minus half. And then when we have common base, when multiplying common base, we just need to add the exponent, and this gives us 8 x to the power 0. Any number raised by 0 is equal to 1, so we're left with 1, or we're left with 8 times 1, and our answer will be 8. Okay, let's look at the second example. This is our second example. Okay, can you move this one to that side at least? And then we have our next example. Let's look at this one. This is very short. It's 0.16 into half. 0.16 into half. This is equal to, we can simply change 0.16 to 16 over 100 to the power half. This is the same as, we can change our 16 to 4 to the power 2 all over 10 to the power 2 all to half, and this is nothing but 4 to the power 4 over 10 to the power squared times 1 over 2, and this gives us nothing but 4 over 10, but we can still have 2 over 5, because 2 goes 2 times to 4 and goes 5 times to 10. So this is how we can deal, or we can simplify this expression here. Okay, let's look at our next example. Maybe we need to move this one down here. Let's look at our next example, and we're calling this example 3. So let's look at our number 3, and in this case we have 0.008 into 1 over 3, and this is the same as, we can write 8 over 1000. So we're changing it to fraction to the power 1 over 3, and this is nothing but, we need to change our 8 to 2 to the power 3 all over 10 to the power 3 all to 1 over 3. The tricky on this is always try to relate whatever you may have here in your bracket, whatever you may have here on your bracket, or if it's whatever you may have in your bracket, try to relate it with 3, or try to relate it with what you have on the exponent. In this case we have 1 over 3, that's why we're using 3, because we're trying to relate it with 1 over 3. Okay, so our next step would be 2 over 10 into 3 times 1 over 3. So this is nothing but 2 over 10, because this 3 and this 3 will cancel, and then we're left with 1, and then we can simply say, so 2 goes 1 times to 2, and then goes 5 times to 10. So this is our answer. Okay, let's quickly look at our next example. Let's quickly look at this one, where we have 0.12 5 into 1 over 3. So we need to relate it to 3 as well. So what we can do, this is example 4. So what we can do with this expression, you see, we can either change this to be 1 over 8 to the power 3, or someone else can look at it as someone else can look at this one as 1, 2, 5 all over 1000. So this is the same thing. It doesn't matter how you look at it. And to work with this one, the first one may be faster, but also to work with this one is possible, because if you're looking at this one, let's try to do them both. So we will have 1 all over 2 to the power 3. Remember, we're trying to relate it to 1 over 3. Or if you're looking at this second option here, you can look at 5. 5 is to 3 all over 10 to the power 3 all to or equal to. So you know, we can say here we have 1 over 2 into 3 times 1 over 3, or we can still use that one to say we have 5 over 10 into 3 times 1 over 3. So it's almost look the same now, that we can say this 3 and this 3 will cancel, then we'll be left with 1, hence we have 1 over 2, and in this case this 3 and this 3 goes off, and then we'll have 5 over 10, of which is the same as 1 over 2. So it's the same thing. Okay, let's look at our next example. Maybe let's try to find something that is more interesting. We say calling this one our example 5. Okay, at example 5 we're looking at this one. This is 2 into m to the power 12 n to the power 24 all to the power 1 over 4, and then we have this multiplied by 16 m to the power 8, and then n to the power 12. It's all multiplied by half. Okay, then this looks like somehow interesting. Let's look at maybe the first thing we can do, we can keep our 2 here, and then you can say you have m to the power 12 multiplied by 1 over 4, and then we have n to the power 24 multiplied by 1 over 4, all multiplied, and into 16 m to the power 8 times half. So this is applying the laws of exponents. So we have n into the power of 12 multiplied by half as well. So then we can look at our 2 into, so if you look at 12, you can say 4, you can say 12 divided by 4, that is 3. So you have m to the power 3, and then you can say 24 divided by 4, that should give us n to the power 6. Then we still have multiplication, and then in this case just saying 16 m 8 times half, it should give us 4, and then because it's just 8 divided by 2, then we still have our n here, and then 12 divided by 2 shall give us 6, and then we're looking at our next step. In this case we can still keep our 2, and now in 2 we're saying it's m to the power 3, because we're looking at m to the power 3. So you see we have m to the power 3, and we also have m to the power 4. So this shall give us plus 4, and then we will have n to the power 6. So it will be 6 plus 6, this 6 plus this 6, because the bases are the same, so this gives us 6. But we still have our 16 here, of which you can always multiply by 16. It doesn't matter, you can keep the 16 up front here, it's fine, or even this way it's also fine. So we can say, let's take out our 16, so we should have 2 times 16, we should have 2 times 16 equal to, 2 times 16 multiplied by 7 and 12, okay, n to the power 12, and then from here we can say this is equal to 32 m to the power 7 multiplied by n to the power of 12. So this is our solution. So we're done with the expression. This is what we can do. Let's look at our next example, and now we're looking at example 6. This is 11 into s to the power 30 multiplied by t to the power 15 all raised by 1 to the power 1 over 5 multiplied by, it's 81 s squared t to the power 12 all raised by half. Okay, so let's look at this example as well, and then this will be 11 into s 30 multiplied by 1 over 5, and then we have t 15 multiplied by 1 over 5, and then we have multiplication. So here we have 81 s to the power 2 multiplied by half, we have t to the power 12 multiplied by half. We close our bracket. This is nothing but 11 into, so 30 divided by 5 shall give us s to the power 6, and then we shall have t 15 divided by 5, it gives us 3, and then we close our bracket. We have a multiplication, we have 81 s, because 2 times half is just 1, and then 2 times half, 12 divided by 2, that should be t to the power 6. Okay, so this is nothing but equal to 11 into s 6 plus 1, because we have 1 here and we have 6 here, then we have 3, we have 6, so we'll have t to the power 3 plus 6. We still have our 81 here, and this is nothing but equal to 11 times 81 s to the power 7 multiplied by, or we can just say t to the power 9. So this will be our solution. You can always on the calculator put 11 times 81. Then I think we're done for the day. So this is how we deal with the rational exponent, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.